Hi guys, I am snuggled up here under my blanket, just cozied right up, and today we are going to read chapter 28 and chapter 29. Chapter 28, Joe. Joey, my mom is knocking on my door. Go away, I say, pulling the pillow over my head, but of course she ignores me. Why does she bother to knock if she's just gonna come in anyway? You didn't eat your breakfast, so I made you a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, she says. She sets the plate on my nightstand along with a glass of milk. I'm not hungry, I say from under the pillow. She doesn't say anything, but I can tell she's still standing there. I hear her sniffle, so I pull the pillow tighter around my head. I've heard enough crying for one day. I have to go to work, my mother tells me. Your dad's downstairs if you need anything. I'll be back later. After she leaves, I come out from under my pillow. I look at the sandwich, but I'm really not hungry. All I want to do is go back to sleep, so I won't have to think about anything. Mia is staring at my peanut butter and jelly sandwich, whining. I pull off one of the crusts and toss it to her. She catches it in midair and gulps it down without even chewing. I would give her the rest, but I'm not sure if dogs are supposed to eat peanut butter and jelly. I can't fall asleep, so I get up and play a couple of games of Brick Breaker on my computer. Then I finish reading the last few chapters of Bud Not Buddy. If the other books that this Christopher Paul Curtis guy has written are as good as this one, I'm going to read them all. My appetite must be coming back, because I drink my milk and eat the rest of the peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And when I'm done, I'm still hungry. Thursday is macaroni and cheese day at Einstein. That's the only part of school I'm sorry to miss today. A little mac and cheese would really hit the spot right about now. My mom usually keeps a couple of boxes of the instant kind in the pantry. But if I go downstairs, I might have to hear round 2 of my dad's stand on your own 2 feet lecture. Instead, I decide to do a page of math problems so I won't fall behind. Right when I think I'm in good shape, I suddenly remember the personal collection assignment Mrs. Beam gave us. It's due tomorrow. Crud. Mrs. Beam had reminded us about it yesterday, and this time I'd managed to write it down, which is lucky because it turns out that it isn't a personal collection she wants. It's a personal reflection. We're supposed to pick some object that represents who we think we are, and then write something on an index card about why we chose the object. This is exactly the kind of touchy-feely stuff I can't stand. What am I supposed to do? Bring in a pair of my earplugs and write I have APD on the card? I hear a sound out in the hall, and when I turn around, I see a white envelope slide under my door. It has my name written on the front in capital letters, Joe. I'm not sure I even want to open it, but my curiosity wins out. Dear Joe, I'm not the best with words, but that doesn't mean I don't know how to say I'm sorry when I'm wrong. You said that boy Dylan never lets you forget who you are, but it's not his job to remind you. It's mine. You are smart and funny and the best son a father could have. There is more to you than meets the eye. Joseph James Sylvester, and don't you ever forget that. Love, Dad. P.S. Interleague Philly Sox series this weekend. Want to watch with me? I read it 3 times. It's the first letter my father has ever written me, and it takes a while for the words to sink in. Mr. Barnes had a bunch of quotes on the wall in his classroom. One of them was, "Writing can change the world." I think I finally understand what it means. I also know what I'm going to bring to school the next day for Mrs. Beam's assignment. All right, chapter 29, Ravi. I am sitting in the living room in my pajamas, drinking a cup of Ovaltine. Quitting is not an option, my father tells me. Your father is right, says Parima. Look how hard he is working here in America, Ravi. Taking the train up and down every day, always on the phone. Do you see him giving up? Parippa picks up his newspaper and goes out to the living room to read in peace. Parima gets the bottle of red Averdic oil from the medicine cabinet, and Amma rubs some on my shoulder to relieve the pain. Put this on, she says, handing me the red sweater and matching monkey cap that my other grandmother knitted for me as a parting gift. You need to cover up if you're coming down with a cold. Get back into bed and rest. When you wake up, I'll make you some rasam and rice. I repeat, says Appa as he straightens the knot in his necktie. Quitting is not an option. My life is a mess. Sleep is the only escape I can think of, so I do as my mother has told me. I put on the sweater and the tight monkey cap, which covers not only my head but most of my face, and go back up to my room. I wake up at 1:30 in the afternoon, dripping with sweat. I pull off the sweater and monkey cap and throw them on the floor. My shoulder feels a little better, but my sleep has not been a restful one. Miss Frost's face haunted me in my dreams. Assumptions are often wrong, she kept saying again and again. Where's the monkey cap? Parima asks when I come downstairs. The wind in this country will be the end of all of us. There's no wind inside the house, Parima, and the monkey cap is soaking wet. Amma must have turned the temperature up. It feels like an oven. Are you hungry, Ravi? Hurry and eat your mother's runny rasam, Parima tells me. Then we will get to work. Work on what, Parima? Your mother and I have gone through your backpack, she says. You have been slipping up on your assignments, Ravi. No wonder you wanted to quit. She hands me my agenda book and points to something I had written on the first day of school. Personal reflection. Bring in an object that you feel represents who you are, along with a one-sentence explanation for why you chose this particular object. Please write your sentence on an index card and do not put your name on the card. It's due tomorrow, Ravi, Amma says. Why haven't I seen you working on it? Did you forget? Don't worry, says Parima. While you were sleeping, your mother and I have taken care of it. What do you mean? I ask. We went to Staples and bought all the supplies, Amma says. And I bought you more mechanical pencils too, Raja. I was hoping she wouldn't notice the pencils were missing. I know they disappeared, but I have no idea where they went. You're too soft on him, Roshni, sniffs Parima. Losing all his pencils and the napkin from his tiffin box too? If his father had been so careless with his things, I would have made him pay to replace them. Amma reaches out and takes my hand. Leave your rasam to cool and come see what we've done, she says. The truth is, Mrs. Beam's assignment had totally slipped my mind. Personal reflection. At first, I thought it would be easy. I hadn't even given it a second thought. I knew who I was. But now, after 3 days at Albert Einstein Elementary School, I'm no longer the same person I used to be. I am Curryhead, a loser who can't speak English and has no friends. Amma and Parima lead me to Appa's office. Spread out on the desk are colored markers, a gold pen and a silver one, white liquid glue, glitter, glass gems, and all kinds of other shiny stuff. A piece of white chart paper lies in the middle, and at the top, in her neatest cursive, my mother has written, Ravi, sharp and shining like the sun. The letters are gold, the borders decorated with glitter and gems as elaborate as Tanjore painting. Under this, they have glued down photographs, each with a shining border of its own. Pictures of me receiving the award for winning the Math Olympiad. Me standing on the podium with a gold medal for running. Me holding my certificate for best outgoing student at Vidya Mandir. They've even taken one of my real medals and stuck it on the chart with sellotape. I should feel on top of the world, seeing all of these reminders of my success. But instead, my stomach is churning so badly, I think I'm going to be sick. Do you like it, Raja? My mother asks, her eyes twinkling with pride. I'm sorry, Parima, I say as my tears begin to flow. I can't take this to school. You were right. All of Paripa's hard work at the tea plantation was for nothing. I am a complete failure in America. She looks at me and her face is soft. Don't cry, Ravi. Everything will be okay. Then she pats me on the back and quietly leaves the room. What is wrong, Ravi? My mother asks. You have to tell me. And this time I do. When I've finished pouring my heart out to Amma, she puts her arms around me and wipes my tears with her pelu, the end of her sorry. Don't worry, Raja, Amma says softly. I want to believe my mother, but nothing she has done so far has helped me. Not the non-katev, not the khandrishti, not even her black tongue. Ravi, Parima is standing in the doorway with my grandfather. Your Paripa has something to tell you. My grandfather is wearing a warm sweater and a monkey cap of his own. In his hand, he holds a small tea strainer he has brought from the kitchen. Come, Ravi, he says. I have an idea.